Hi everybody, Laura Basson here. I'm really excited to be hopping along with Simon Says Stamp for their Valentine release. And I thought it'd be fun to do a little video to show you how I made my cool ombre hearts using some of the new products. So I started with a piece of Neenah Solar White. I always want to say Neenah Solar White. Okay, so I took some temporary adhesive and taped that down so it doesn't shift and slide around when I'm doing my stencil stuff. This is the new Falling Hearts stencil. I love it. It looks like tiny little hearts that are falling from the sky. So I'm going to tape that down, and what I did was just took some washi and put it on the top, but what I should have done was put some on the bottom too. You really want to tape it down as good as you can because you just don't want that stencil to move around, and you want it to be as tight as you can get it to your card. Okay, so now I took a paper plate and I've got some of this Liquitex modeling paste. Now I really want to get some of that embossing paste that everybody's using, but for this project I just use modeling paste because it's what I have. And you can add acrylic paint, any type of acrylic paint to this modeling paste. I think you could probably add acrylic paint to the embossing. So I've got some Martha Stewart acrylic paint. This light pink is called Poodle Skirt, and the dark one is called, I think it's called Party Streamers. So I'm going to add just a little dab of pink to one and a little bit of the light pink to the other little pile of modeling paste, and I'm going to just mix it up. Now this is my little tool from my silhouette machine that you use to help get your cuts from your cut file, but I'm using it now. It'd probably be better to have the tool, that nice palette that you can get to work with these pastes. That would be really nice. But so just once you get that mix, slop it on there. It doesn't really matter. Just get it all on there, best you can do. This kind of makes me feel like I'm decorating cookies. You ever mix that food coloring in with the frosting? Anyway, kind of feel like Bob Ross. Did you ever used to watch Bob Ross when he's mixing his paints? I used to love Bob Ross, the painter. I did a little painting myself in college. Anyhow, so now we're going to get all that darker pink on the top, and we're going to try to blend that in. And now I'm going to take my really high-tech redneck tool that I use. This is exciting. Ready? A gift card. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that gift card and smooth it out. You can go as thick or as thin as you want. And when you get the excess, just wipe it on your paper plate because you don't really want to get that light up into the dark. So now we're smishing down the dark pink, and then we're going to just kind of blend them together softly. You don't want to blend too much into, you don't want the colors to blend too much into. You want the dark on top and the light on bottom. Just a little bit. Carefully. Got that? Okie dokie, Smoky. Okay, now lift up your stencil and look at that. Isn't it beautiful? I'm not even going to tell you how many times I did this. It's a little bit addictive. Now, it turned out pretty good except for one little heart. It like bled. There's a little bit of dark pink like the paint. I don't know. It's a boo-boo is what it is. But what you can do is now these are the Labeled with Love stencils that coordinate with the Labeled with Love stamp set. And I die cut that one little frame. And this is the Labeled with Love stamp set. It says it's designed by Lizzie Ann Designs. It's a really cute Valentine's stamp set, and I use that scallopy frame and the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment. So, and now I've got my new Simon Says Stamp black ink. And let me tell you, I'm very picky about my black ink. Very picky. I almost only ever use VersaFine Onyx Black. But I gotta tell you, the Simon Says Stamp black ink, it's pretty darn good. And it gave me a very clean, crisp impression because this particular stamp set has a very fine lines and detailed, and the ink did perfect. Okay, so you see my little thing is going to cover up my boo-boo. See how that works like that? Now I can't put it on right now because my hearts aren't dry. You got to let that sit for a few minutes to dry. But here's the card that I already have made. I added some thread and a little piece of black cardstock, And there you have it. You can see the beautiful texture that modeling paste gives. And adding the acrylic paint gives it that ombre look. I really love how it turned out. And I hope you give it a try. Thanks so much for joining me.